What is up everyone, it is FusionAnimations here and welcome today to an animation tutorial. It's been about a year since my last one and I feel like I definitely need to do another one. So in this first tutorial, I'll be showing you how to animate some basic movements, and in the next one, I'll be showing you how to animate using torsos, which I'll explain in that tutorial. But for now, let's get started. So as you can see right here, I have a phone rig. I have the phone rig from Object Invasion. And if we go inside here, you can see all of these layers. Now if you don't know how an object show rig works, basically all of these are inside one big symbol in Adobe Flash. But all of these parts are different. So you got legs, the legs are different. So you see the legs are different symbols, the eyes are different symbols, and so is the mouth and the body. And they're all into these layers right here. Here, let me just undo all that. Alright, so I have a few movements that I'm going to show you how to do. And they're pretty much the basics on how to animate. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, now the first movement I want to teach you is a bounce back. So, what we want to do is we have our character right here. And now let's say, okay, so let's create keyframes right here at the 5 frame mark. And so here we go. Now we do this and we grab all of the body except the legs. Bring this anchor point, the white dot, down to the middle right here. And we just lean the body slightly like that. Alright, now we take both the legs and you actually press all on your computer and you can just skew the legs like this very carefully. So now the character moves like that. Right? That's the first step. So next, let's say we want to make his arm go up here. So here, let's actually change it. The way I have my keyframe caddy arm set up is so that way I have flips of each arm, so it's easier to animate. But I know some people might not do that. In this case, you're gonna have to create keyframes right here. But we're not at that part yet. So here, what we want to do is let's say we want to switch it to this arm. So here, let's just do that and lift that up. Alright, so there, now it goes like that to that. Alright, so now what you want to do, you want to take the frames right here, just do this, and then right click and then right here, create classic tween. Alright, object show animation is pretty much mostly tweens. I get there are some people who do frame by frame, but that's a whole different ballgame. So, now we want to go right here to properties, and right here on the easing, we want to go right here, and we want to drag this to the, right, so it's ease -100. So now the character moves like that. Alright? Now some people who are beginning, they kind of just stop right here and then they keep going. But you actually have to do another set of keyframes. So here, let's go right here, a few frames more. Let's create a set of keyframes. And now we have to take everything and we just have to move it backwards or forward, depends on what it is. Alright, now right here, let's grab the whole body, put the anchor point in the middle again, just slowly rotate it, and then drag the arm down. Alright, so now it's like this, so it goes like this. Alright, so now you gotta now you gotta tween it again, but this time go to the right and create 100. Alright, now do ease 100. Alright, so now you do ease 100, so it looks like this. Alright, so that's how you do a basic bounce back. Now, so what some people do is, and I do it sometimes as well, here, what you want to do is, it looks a bit stale right here, so we have the arm right here, this is the arm that's going up. So you go right here to the frame right before it hits the bounce back, and you create a keyframe. And then you just stretch this arm. And you can skew it a little bit, give it more of an effect. But now it looks like this. And it gives it a little motion effect. Now, alright. So that looks alright. Deep in the heart of Texas. Alright, now before we move on to the next movement, I actually want to show you guys another bounce back movement that I recently learned. And this is, by recently, I mean a few months ago, but I mean it's still okay. So here, we're going to create keyframes and we're gonna do another bounce back right here. So we do this. This time we're going to make the character go forward. So let's do exactly what we did before. Alright, so now we want to make his arm going from right here. Let's say we want his arm going right here, just switching it. Alright, now we see how the body right here, if you look carefully, you see that the body is actually not in sync with the legs. So here what we want to do, just bring the anchor point and keep moving the body like that, so it lines up. Alright, now let's actually change his expression as well. So here, let's right here at 158 and 241. There we go. So now it's like this. Alright, now we do exactly what we did before. Create the classic tween, -100. Alright, now this one looks a bit slower, but that's because we're gonna add keyframes later. You'll see. Alright, so now right here, you're gonna want to do that. And then grab the whole body, take the anchor point, and bring it all the way down here. Alright. So move the arm up because we moved it down. Alright, so there. This is how it looks right now. Now it looks a bit slow, but that's because we're actually gonna fix it. So right here in between the first and second keyframes, you want to create another set of keyframes. Alright, so right here, now we're gonna take the body and we're actually gonna use the arrow key and just move it downward. Alright, here let's also move the face a little bit. Alright, now let's take the eyes and we're gonna make him blink. So here all you have to do is just make it these eyes right there, and then right here. Alright, so you see how that movement looks? Right here, let's move the face upwards so it matches. Alright, check this out. Alright, so this is just a little tip. If you want to make a bounce like that, just create a set of keyframes in between and make it go down. Now this part actually looks better when there's no ease. Hold up. There we go. Alright, so that's how you do that type of movement. Alright, but that's all I have for the bounce back. Let's move on. Alright, now this movement I actually don't know the name to. At first I thought it was a follow through, but that's something else that we're going to be doing later. But this movement, it's a standard -100, 100 movement. And it's not like a bounce back. Here. So let's get a set of keyframes right here. Let's move this right here. Alright, we got keyframes right here. Alright, so now let's move the legs back like that. Take the body, put the anchor point right here, and just move it back just like that. Alright, so now we're actually gonna make both his hands go up into this arm. So here, let's take it right here. Alright, now you see that one's flipped, so that's why I have it like this, so I don't have to flip it. Alright, so right here. Alright, so now you see it right there. So now let's change his facial expression. Let's use this eye right here. And let's use this eye. Alright, let's change his mouth too. Let's just make him a little happier. There we go. Alright. So here, now we go right here, create the classic tween, and -100, sorry. Alright, boom, right there. So now we're going to create a set of keyframes, and instead of bringing everything back, we're going to keep going. So right here, let's just make the legs keep going. Take the body and just rotate it more. Okay, now this will happen sometimes. You see how the body goes off the legs? Just kind of move, just press Alt and just skew the leg up a bit. So that way, you always want to keep the body on the legs. Alright, so now you want to move the arms more up. Just keep going with everything just like you did before. Alright, so right here. Alright, now create classic tween 100. Alright, so now this one looks like this. Alright, there, that's another movement that's done a lot. Alright, now this movement actually can be, this movement can also be spiced up a bit. So here, I'll show you how to do that right now. So here, let's create another set of keyframes. And now we're gonna create a keyframe all the way over here. So let's grab the legs right here. Let's just move them all the way over here. Right here. Let's change these arms a bit. Alright, there we go. So now it moves like that. So we're gonna go into the middle. We're gonna take all of this right here, and we're gonna create the classic tween. First, before we ease, we gotta create a keyframe right here. Take the whole body and use the arrow key, press the downward button, and just keep doing that until it looks like this. Right, then we're gonna wanna go right here and change these arms so that way they're the same arms as the end of the as the third keyframes. So now, alright, now let's negative 100 and 100. Alright, so you see how that looks a bit slow? So here, I actually probably made it a bit too long, so you want to adjust, and animation, adjusting it is a big part of it. You don't want anything to last too long or it'll make it too fast. Alright, so you see right here. Alright, so that looks alright, but we actually need to fix these arms, that way they move more down. And let's actually take the face right here, and let's also move that downward so it makes it look better. Alright, here, let's just move that just a little more down. Alright, let me save that. Let's see how this looks. Alright, there, that looks alright.
Wubsy lives in a tree, he likes to play, play, play. He's got a bend.
Alright, so now we're going to move on to a follow through. And this one is the one I thought that this movement was, but apparently it's not. Alright, so we're going to create a set of keyframes right here. And then we're going to set of keyframes right there. Alright, so let's take these legs and skew them once again. Let's take the body. Oh wait. Take the body, skew that. Or just turn it, rotate it. Alright, right here, now we're going to change it to these arms. Alright, there we go, so now it's like that. Alright, let's change his facial expression again, because it's getting kind of old. So right here. And now let's just make it this mouth. Alright, so that sounds like this. Alright, let's create the keyframes once again. There you go. Alright, so now let's move all the way down to right here. And let's keep going. Alright, there we go. So right here, create the 100 tween. There we go. And now it's like that. Alright, so that's basically this movement once again. However, we're gonna spice it up a bit. So right here, right in the middle, you want to create a set of keyframes. And you just want to drag that more over here, outside of the keyframes. So your last set of keyframes now becomes like the third set. Alright, so now you have this. Alright, so now right here, now this is for Adobe Animate 2018. Here, so ease in out, quad. Alright, so now this is a follow through. So there, that's how you do a follow through. If you don't have Adobe Animate, like one of the recent versions, then you're gonna want to, like, here, you're gonna have to do this. You're gonna have to go right here to custom, and you're gonna have to make it yourself. So you just want to take this, like move it down to the middle right here, take this one, move it right here, and then there we go. So it's same thing. Alright, so that's how you do a follow through. Now here, since this movement goes into this movement, let's actually change the eyes right here. Now, how I do it is I actually memorize what keyframe this blinking eye is, which is 48. So what I do is I press shift and I take both of the eyes, Then I just go right here and press 48 and it works. There we go. Alright, so this is what we have. Alright, not bad. Alright, now I'm actually going to show you something that you definitely should not do without torsos. Now, and it's delaying the arms right here. Alright, so right here, let's say you want to make the arms like delay behind the body, because that's what a lot of people do. So what you would basically do is like just move these arms like this. Just move the frames so they're delayed. I think I might have moved it one frame too much right there. Alright. So say you have it like this, but definitely do not do this. This does not look that good. So you see, like, watch if we zoom in right here. Watch the arms when they come in. They move from their spots, and it looks really weird. So don't do that without torsos. I'll do that when I do my torso tutorial. But yeah, just don't delay the arms when you're doing this. Just a little tip I thought I'd add. Here, let's undo all of that. Alright, there we go.
Do you feel very right? Did you cheat on your ex?
Alright, so that's pretty much it for the object show tutorial on basic animation. If you liked it, then be sure to subscribe, and I'll definitely be making another tutorial on how to do torso movements. But until then, thank you for watching. See you guys next time.